Hey there guys, I just wanted to make a really quick note before I started the video. I was thinking about not even posting this video because I normally try to just keep like cool deck highlights that are more positive and stuff for the most part, but I actually had kind of a bad experience with this deck and I was like, I'm just gonna trash the video. But I did manage to get some fun wins, and my deck highlight is at the end of the video where I'm kind of more honest about my opinions on the deck overall. And I kind of figured I would just release it anyway as more of like a public service announcement. I really don't recommend crafting Yasuo or the stun deck at this point. If these are cards you already have, absolutely just go at it, experiment a little bit, have a good time, and that's what card games are all about. But if you're looking to invest your wild cards, I don't think Yasuo is good in the current meta. I think he's underpowered, and I just don't think he is good in the matchups that you're most likely to face, and I think that it's likely you will have a bad time if you invest your money and your resources into getting this for this to be your main deck. So still, I hope you guys enjoy the games, and if you want all my views on the deck, go ahead and check out the end of the video. Thank you very much. We want our pressure better. This is not what we want. We want our 1, 2, and 3 drops. We're keeping this just because like it is really synergistic with a lot of our early game. Absolutely, friend. Howdy doody to you as well. We do get to attack them for 3, you know, if they play a minion here.
Don't let the fluffy tail
A follower. They probably don't, though. They probably play Get Excited and kill this. Maybe not. This is one of the best cards in our deck. Like, if recalling your own minion is one of the best things in your deck, I think that's an indicator of some deck flaws.
Order rewards its faithful.
Think you're fast? Cute.
I will play my part.
All right. We've got potential good damage here, though. Potential blowout. And we'll just boink that. This card's also phenomenal, of course. Did they deny? They do deny. How interesting. Yeah, we don't stop that. That's fine. We will guile. What do you play? There's no reason mostly to play anything that's not slow, so we will boink you, stun you. For 1 mana! Let's get excited, ha! Let's get excited in here. You'll be taking much damage. 8 to be exact.
Try to keep up.
If Guile was fast, man, I feel like this whole deck would be way better. It being slow, just, it's like your best tool. Interesting, okay. Oh, it's a burst spell. Oh, they are searching. They have 1 card in their hand they want more of. No, we do not care about. Yeah, we do. Sure. This can only be used defensively. It has to be stunning an attacking enemy. So, might as well get the extra buff out of it, I suppose. I know it's not buffing this guy, but I think it's okay. Honestly, you just want to get Yasuo as close to leveling up as fast as we can, I think. It should be cool to play right now because it's 6/6, but if we're going for lethal, we gotta do what we gotta do. Yeah, I drink a lot of water. What of it? I'm getting sick. I gotta drink water. Burst spell, right? So many bursts. Like, I feel like 50% of all spells are burst, which I think is just too much.
Silent as death.
I will stun. We have potential for a blowout here. Okay. That doesn't actually do anything. Alright, we'll make them cast Deny. Or, we'll make them surrender.
Here's our chance.
No surrender yet, okay. What do they got? They got 5 mana.
Yeah.
They got 5 mana and a pocket full of dreams. Stun attacking thingy. Deal 2 damage to a thingy. Okay. Well, I will take that back to my hand.
Now who's got the upper hand?
It is. You are still stunned. They take 7. They're not out of this yet. Their deck is just now coming online. They don't have a lot of cards, but all it takes is like 1 progress day. And suddenly I could be way out of luck. Although I will say Deny is going to be pretty nice.
The order rewards its faithful.
I do think I just played this though.
You pay, I fight.
Free stun. Same thing as this guy, but it's a little bit delayed, which is fine.
Dark beckons.
Right. They're gonna attack me for 6. Can't stop
I will
it.
play my part.
Boink, boink, boink. They got all 3 of them, I will say. I wonder if that's what they shuffled into their deck.
You should stay back, cowards.
You can only block 2. I think we just play another one. Means he has to have a minion or an interaction on his 1 card, or you know, the 1 card he gets before we attack. I think it's fine because this is the upside is high enough where I think it's beneficial. Recalling a unit doesn't really help. We will deny it though. We'll make them deny our deny. Okay, they've got something else up their sleeve. They know we can't deny anymore. It's their turn to play a card because they play theirs in reaction.
Time to work.
We should have attacked with this first. The order is way off. Okay, they stunned that. Oh, baby. That was so close, but we fucking did it, bros. Ugh. Don't let the fact that I D-ranked from gold 3 to gold 4 after losing 10 games in a row deter you. This is tier 1, motherfucker. You saw it with your own eyes. So Yasuo's just not good early game. You want him to come down leveled up if you can, but you really want to get this guy, like, you want to get the other cards right now. You don't want to... What's the point? I mean, this still...
My training is
more relevant right now. And Yasuo's fucking hard to use because he gets killed by everything. How is he easier to kill than Ashe? It feels like Ashe is a 5/3, but I feel like Ashe survives way more stuff. And I guess it's because Ashe doesn't die in trades ever, but they always had the removal for Ashe. This deck if it runs Zionia though, but I mean obviously it does because Yasuo, but I mean it runs Deny. I attack.
T for 2.
Omen Hawk actually has a surprisingly uninteresting artwork. I guess there's some guys down there. But like a lot of the artwork is like so crazy and cool. Like even this is cool tails, slice in the shadow. Not that Omen Hawk's a bad artwork. It's just like, you know, kind of simple. Just there's a bird. We're running too many of this card, I think. I draw it too much, and if I ever get to play it, like, you win. But I think it's like a Ledro slot where you kind of want to just have one. 9 mana 6/5 though. Like, it's crazy how much stronger Ledros is than this card. Even Ross is like way stronger than that card for the most part.
Fast? Cute.
We currently have no playable cards next turn, but we could attack for 3. Not exactly what you want to see, but not the worst thing.
Yeah.
We could wait for them to play something Guile it, but like that doesn't seem like a winning play. They're gonna freeze some stuff. That's fine. We don't care. Doink.
Brothers born from battle.
Okay, that's a cool card. Kind of interesting to see outside of a Vladimir deck, though. When I survive damage, grant me +3/+1. I mean, this thing gets ridiculously big so quick. Especially if you have that card that gives, like, deal 1 damage to an ally, give another ally +2/+2. I guess you can't target him twice, but still. Alright, we got all of our spell mana. We got a Zed we can't use to attack. We've actually recalled 0 things so far.
Fresh tracks.
That is 100% cool. Nothing we can do about it. Do it to it.
Can't afford to miss.
Yeah, I'd rather
I
use this
am the blade
offensively.
in the darkness.
This card I feel like should be fast, honestly. Slow, it's like really good at slow. I mean, sorry, it's like really efficient at 1, but man, it's such a low impact card for what you're getting. If I just recall something here. No, 4. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, because this thing's gonna block and survive Zed and kill Zed if I attack with Zed. So I can't. So then if I play this, maybe I should have just recalled this because this is super strong. I'm gonna sneeze on camera. Let's go. You gotta flex it out. You gotta flex out that sneeze. You can't let that sneeze get to you. Opponent is thinking hard about their 2 mana. Great card. Will absolutely use this turn. Hashtag would use again. I do want to stun that for extra damage here. We're running exactly 1 of this card because it is ridiculously good with exactly this card, but it also does keep it is pretty good against Frostbite because if they Frostbite your thing and they try to trade with it, sometimes you can still kill like the Rhyme Fang Wolf, and we have a lot of quick attack, so it's extra good. Frostbite everything, that's fine. I will still attack. Because I have Might, which would mean Zed and its clone would both hit.
Only the worthy survive.
Great versus Frost.
I have many faces.
No blocks. Now, they could have another Frost card, of course. In this case, they did not.
Embrace.
Maybe I should run more of that card, but it's a card that's especially good in this matchup. But honestly, I think it's really good in control matchups too. It's just a card that it's not good in, I guess, mirrors and stuff. But it's a card I feel like I should run more of. It just feels powerful all the time, especially on Zed, especially on quick attack stuff, right? Because if they're gonna buff, I haven't seen Braum in a while, but if they have things like Braum that are trying to, they get the +3/+3 and they're trying to kill your stuff. This is nice.
Time for this candle to flicker.
Is it nice? We don't get to use it.
Melt away your shadows.
Sure, I'll play
The
Yasuo.
enemy of my enemy.
Barely tolerates you.
Oh, they're friends, huh? Best friends, I would say. We do need more, surprisingly, need more recall effects.
Hope you
I will
brought
absolutely
friends.
block this. Yasuo is the worst card in my hand right now, or worst card I have. You have 1 mana. I don't know what you do. +1/+1. All right. That's the 1 card at 1 mana that I was not expecting.
Ah, just another winter.
I will admit that that card got me. Finally got a recall effect.
They follow the wrong master.
We gonna play this into this? I don't know if we want to do it like that though. I mean, what else would I recall? Zed's Shadow Clone? No. I can recall Zed.
Stop.
I guess I can't recall Zed. I didn't realize how bad of an attack that was.
The order.
I forgot Lux had so much stats. So they're I'm a fucking idiot. I can pretend like, oh, I just want to deal the damage to Lux. No, I just forgot Lux got the stat buff. I didn't really look at her.
Shh. There it is.
There it is.
Gotcha.
Actually, we're just gonna nah, we can recall this because this is coming down soon, and this will give it +6 +0, and that's fine. Keeps it alive. This is a 7/7, like good, right? Ooh, all right, come on, we got this. Yeah, we just drop it. We don't not play a 7/7.
Begging for dominion.
All right, deny is likely to be good here. Oh, that's always good.
We fight for one Freljord.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
We can actually play both of our spells still. We have 9 mana worth, for at least if you include our 3 spell mana. What are they gonna do?
Just need a target.
I earned my rank.
They can't deny anything, so let's just plep that. Even if they, no matter what they do, I'm not taking this damage because it's blocked now. And there's a very small chance they kill this. They'd have to deal with this and deal with this. I knew it wouldn't kill it, but it's like, I just didn't want to risk that damage getting through. They're not running deny here, so we get to recall all 3 of their things and attack for fat numbers.
Feet were made for roaming and chicken.
Let's see what they could do, though. This is just worse than, like, Ledros' ability, though. Like, this would have just, right, killed the Nexus. Thing is, like, there's a lot of ways for people to interact when things target their minions. When things target the Nexus, it's way harder. You can't, like, recall your Nexus. But you can surrender! Fucking hell, we gotta win. Holy crap. Do Poros nibble or do they munch? Hey, this is a person in silver. We're gonna help them get promoted. They're playing 5 champion Highlander. This is one of the better cards, honestly. I don't know how aggressive they're gonna be. I don't know, man. The more I play this deck, the less I understand how to play it. We're just gonna go for the nuts 1 into 2 drop. We got none of it. We definitely made our hand worse. But I feel like if you don't get Inspiring Mentor into the other thing, we're not even gonna play the Mentor. We can't do anything with it. We could buff this guy, but
My training is.
they probably got the 1 into 2, right? Right. They gave us the chance to play our Mentor. We will do it.
Get me a sweet bun. Heightens the senses.
I will gladly trade every day with this Mentor for all time, but I will not attack in because it's our game plan is much slower than theirs, I'm sure. Ooh, man, that's a good draw. That was sarcasm. You couldn't tell because I laid it on so thick.
Bring me tea.
Oh god, it's gonna be a Zed, isn't it? If it's a Zed, we just recall it next turn, so it's not that bad.
I'll show you how it's done. This isn't part of the training.
Boink, boink, 19. We're losing. This thing actually stunning Inspiring Mentors is fucking terrible. 3, 4, 5. We don't play anything. Well, that's that. You know what? I'm gonna take it. I don't care. 2-minute win? Easy. It's because I'm skilled. 4-wheeled beast. Let's go, Demacia. Everyone's playing Piltover today. Probably because the burfs and nerfs. Nerfs and buffs. All right, so Teemo is going to be really good to steal Tempest. These are all good against Teemo. I mean, this is not good against Teemo, but this is just good. The Batman, Guile being fast, this whole deck would change, the dynamic of the deck would change and maybe even be good. But Guile is such a low impact spell to be at to be slow. And it's very good for what it does. For 1 mana to stun an enemy unit is good, but there's Frostbite cards that do almost the exact same thing in the points of the game where it's relevant, and it's burst speed. It's 2 speeds up. I'll gladly trade this into this. Ten times out of 10, I will make this trade. They will not, though. Good to note. Good to note.
Quietly now.
Let's attack for 3 here, I think. I think that's a good safe play. They're gonna Mystic Strike it? Really? Alright, Mystic Shot. Means we have to play the Spider, because the Spider's big enough to kill that. The Mentor would just get itself killed. Okay, now we may instead buff. We don't want to buff the Spider anymore, honestly. This thing's already big enough as a 6/6. This thing, thing is, it doesn't have that many good targets. The why do I keep saying fucking burf? The nerf on Inspiring Mentor is a bit significant. I wonder what they're trying to get with this. This card seems not particularly good to me. Jesus, we got plenty of Inspiring Mentors, though. This is a 5 mana 6/5 right now. It's okay with Fearsome.
Look out! Check out the goods on this one.
We will absolutely. I mean, they're both high priority targets, right?
Don't want any trouble.
Stop here. This is a higher priority target. This gives them free stun spells, but this gives them, I guess, Puff Cap synergy.
There they go.
I guess I just stun it then, don't I? What else am I playing this turn? Just gonna play an Inspiring Mentor. I might play this guy, stun that as well. This guy suddenly becomes +3/+3, which is a 5 mana whatever. I actually Mystics, okay, dude, do it to it.
Worth it.
I mean, now my stun is completely useless, I won't lie, but stun is, you know, I don't think I'm telling anyone anything surprising, but stun is pretty bad. Stun is worse than Frost, worse than Barrier most of the time. The time it's better is if you could stun things. No, because you stun it out of combat, you're still considered blocked. So it's like pretty bad most of the time.
The world waits.
This is definitely our best card right here. We get to play this next turn, though. It just, like, stun is just not as good as most other things. And yet the cards are also worse. Right? They spent all their mana on that. I'm totally cool with that. I will attack, gladly trade with either one of those. I do not care which one.
What a mushroom.
Alright, they really want to spell from my deck. They've already got 9 Puff Caps in my deck, so maybe. They're just gonna go for the free 2s. Oh, we actually pulled 2 Puff Caps out, which is not bad. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yoink.
Yoink. We will buff, I guess we will still buff this.
One sprint for each crab I saw today.
Not 100% sure if that's like the good play.
We fight for those who cannot.
Alright, we're bigger than you, so we don't really care.
Think you're fast? Cute.
We had to keep 3 spell mana. If we play this, we get to stun both of those, give this guy big. Give this guy big. Oh, we cannot play deny anymore though. Arg. We can still recall something.
I have come for the unforgiven.
They could deny this, which is kind of lame, but it's also 4 mana. And we still get the 6/6, you know. Denying an ability feels real bad. Got 13 damage here. We actually have 14 if we recall this guy. Which I don't think we will. I think we'll just attack. Sorry, yeah, it's attack, attack, attack. Because we could recall this, but we're probably going to end up recalling this, right? Let's get excited. Ha. Oh, to stun it? Yeah, that's acceptable. All right, now that we have a deny up, well, I guess not yet. They still have 5 mana. But we've got a recall to keep us safe. Safe. Oh, there we go. That's a good play. Pretty good. I was playing the 9 mana 6/5 recall 3 enemies, but honestly, even if it's just too slow. 9 mana is so much harder to play than 7 mana. Almost by 2 turns.
We do what is right.
Sure. We just blocked the Garen. Elusive. Okay, maybe not. Elusive. All right, maybe not.
How did that move go?
We do not care about that. Okay. We're in trouble.
My sweet button. Jackpot.
That was only the first Garen hit, though. This is stunned automatically at the start of our turn.
I'm getting warmed up.
This is way worse than, like... Why does it have to only affect one thing? I don't know. We will stun Garen so he does not automatically level up. If this was fast, this would be way better. But them having get excited to target this means we don't have lethal. We have 6 damage, that's it. No, we'll deny it, of course, but we will deny, make them have something else. Cool beans.
Tricks.
It is their turn to play something. Two 6/6s, but they have to block this guy, so let's make sure we do this first.
Summon your own speed.
I accept.
I will recall this. I could even replay it.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Hut, 2, 3, 4.
Teemo! We have 6 puff caps in our deck, but we are going to die to all their elusive stuff. And we get that's 3/4. We actually have a good card for this. We get to stun that, and we could... No, we stun the Teemo. Surprisingly relevant pickup. Steel Tempest should be able to just target battling enemy, but we'll definitely stop
Your
here.
end is my duty.
Definitely block here. Nothing else we could do. Can't block that. This is quick attack. I don't feel like that's needed. Holy crap. 6/6 quick attack is fucking huge. Progress day. They're looking for an answer. They can't use... Well, they don't run deny. This is really this having quick attack is absolutely devastating to us though. Damn. Well, I mean, this is definitely a good game. There's absolutely we may have stalled it, but it's not even close.
Oh, what do we get?
We got 166.
Scared stiff.
Is there any way Katarina just wins us the game?
Never play fair.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think so, but we're gonna try. They just got Nexus damage lethal. Detain. 3 damage to my Nexus. Alright, they're just doing it in a fun way. Cool. Good game. Not surprised, not that close. It kind of felt close for a little bit there, but their deck just went off and ours kind of, you know, ran out of gas. Anyway, good game, opponent. So after playing this deck for about 2 hours, I started with my own list, and then I switched to Mega Mogwai's list. This is my list, the Stunning Beauty. I'm not going to even talk about this one. I'm going to go to Mega Mogwai's list. I think at the end of about 2 hours, maybe even a little bit longer, I think I ended up going 3 and about 20. So I won 3 games and I lost about 20. So this video is turned from a deck highlight to basically just a public service announcement. I think the stun archetype is incredibly weak. Now, there is a real chance that it is just me. I'm very inexperienced with the deck and that I misplayed a lot. And, you know, there's obviously personal skill involved in this, but I've played a lot of decks, and this is by far the worst I've done. Not even close to another deck. Even meme, like copy Anivia decks, I usually have closer to a 50% win rate, you know, like a 35, 40% win rate. This is like an 80% loss rate. And why do I feel that way? It just, stun is a weaker mechanic already. It's a weaker thing than frost and barrier, and it's weaker than just having better overstated stuff like a lot of other decks are running, just like really powerful go wide stuff really quick. So the mechanic isn't that strong in my opinion. Stun is what it does is it takes a unit and it takes them out of combat, and that's worse than taking a unit and freezing them, because if they're frozen, they stay in combat and you get to deal damage to them. When they're taken out of combat, they don't get dealt any damage and you are still blocked. Unless I'm wrong about that. Honestly, not many situations came up where I got to stun something in combat, because the only times you get to stun something in combat is Steel Tempest. Really? Stun an attacking enemy? Like, so obviously Recall is good. Like, Will of Ionia is really, really good. Inspiring Mentor is really, really good. Like the cards that are already good in every other deck they're good in are good here. But like Guile, 1 mana, stun an enemy, sounds so good, but it's slow and you never get to use it when it's actually good. Like, I will say, the amount of times I got to play Yasuo, this deck runs 3 Yasuos. It's built around Yasuo. Yasuo. The amount of times I got to play him and then have him kill something out of the 20 games plus that I played is like twice that he actually got to be played and kill something. Every other game he got killed. I didn't have stun cards that had a relevant speed, because it was like, okay, because I play him on 4, even if I had 3 spell mana, like you could steal Tempest and deal 2 damage, but that almost never killed anything anyway. Like, it was just bad all the time. Like, everything about the deck felt weaker than what everyone else is doing. I don't think it's that the deck is super necessarily weak on its own. It's just that everyone else is playing more powerful stuff. I think because I'm playing this because Yasuo got a buff, but a lot of people are playing control right now, and this deck gets destroyed by control decks because they just run so much removal for your stuff. And if Yasuo's dead, your deck's build around card is not around. Even if Yasuo doesn't die, it doesn't really matter because his passive doesn't really do anything because they're not playing that many creatures. So they're just destroying your stuff every turn, and you don't really do that much play and do a lot of damage. One of the best cards in the deck is the Legion General, and even then, by turn 5, even if I played this on turn 7, to get 4 stunned or recalled units by that turn would be hard. And then when I play it, sometimes they would just have removal for it, or they would be able to chump block it, even though it has Fearsome. This card's one of the better cards, one of the better payoff cards, and it still felt underwhelming every single time because it was trying to carry the entire game by itself. If it had Overwhelm, I think maybe it could do it. As a Fearsome card that's that late in the game, they have things that could block it, even if it's, an 8/8. A lot of times it gets recalled. Then you have to even if it gets recalled, it's not that bad. But this is one of the better cards, so I can't really talk that much smack about it. I would upgrade the amount I'm playing. This is Mogwai's deck. I was playing the 9 mana 6/5 recall 3 units. Terrible card. 9 mana is way too expensive for that effect. That just gets denied, or you recall their unit. This is much better. Stun 2 enemies, 2 turns sooner, usually much more relevant, and it still takes them out of combat. Much better card overall, even though I still think it's relatively weak. I would still rather run Harsh Winds than run this card, because one of the main issues, all right, this is slow, right? Recall, this is one of the best spells in the deck. It's fast. Lets you recall your own ally for 1. It keeps things safe for a while, but then outside of that, let's look for our stuns and recall. This is on a creature, so it's slow. This is recall, it's on a creature, so it's slow. Katarina is a creature, so it's slow. Shadow Shift is good. There's only one of. Steel Tempest can only be used defensively. You can't use it when you're attacking. You have to use it when they're attacking you. Will of Ionia is really good. So Will of Ionia is good. Steel Tempest is sometimes good. Shadow Shift is usually pretty good. But then it's like your other payoff cards, like this is slow. So you never get a chance to play it when you actually need to. Or, they just play things around it. You try to play it. You don't get it into response. They see it coming and they get to do a bunch of stuff. The Minotaur is slow. It doesn't even do anything the round it comes down. It has to be the next round. And then it's every round, but it stuns their weakest thing, not their strongest thing, like the Frostbite card does. And Yone, Windchaser, is another card that's on a creature, so it's slow. It just doesn't do anything. Yasuo doesn't do anything when he comes into play. You have to play this and then play another card. So if you have 8 mana with a Yasuo, even if it's leveled up, you get to play Yasuo, and then you get a Will of Ionia something to deal 5 damage to it. That's okay at 8 mana. You get to develop, but that's still a lot. And it just I don't think the deck identity has come together yet. In the current meta, I don't think it fits. I think it's too weak to control, because stun is just weak to control in general. I feel just a lot of mid-range decks are weak to control, but it's also mid-range is usually in a spot in Magic, for example, where you lose to control because you play a big 4-drop, then a big 5-drop, big 3-drops. You play these big creatures on curve, and then they just remove it. The reason, so mid-range usually uses the control. That's not weird, but mid-range is supposed to destroy aggro, because as they're playing wide low drops, you're playing bigger things. Sometimes you have life gain, sometimes but you just have bigger things that can block and trade and kill their things while your things live. So you're getting more value out of your cards. But this deck gets stomped by aggro in this game. They go way wider, and they manage to get way bigger most of the time, because there's just so many other ways to do it. This deck is all reliance on using Yasuo as removal, basically. You don't really get it generate any. When you stun something, you sometimes get him for damage, but you get to play it. You get to play a minion, you get to stun it, and then you play another minion, and they have another blocker, and this is still just a 3 mana 3/2 at the end of the day. This card is surprisingly good, I think, but the stun mechanic is not powerful as a build around mechanic, I don't think. It's too one note, and it doesn't do that good. It's particularly weak against aggro in the situations where, let's say they end up having a wide board because you weren't able to remove it, and it's, you would just attacked, and then they play some stuff. When it becomes their turn to attack, you have almost no interaction to be able to stop their stuff. The best you have is a Will of Ionia, or you could block something and recall your own minion to keep it alive, which doesn't actually prevent any damage. It just keeps a minion alive for 1 mana that you have to replay. You Will of Ionia your own thing, basically, it's just cheap. And then, so you basically have Will of Ionia, and you have an occasional Shadow Shift, and Steel Tempest is a 3 of, because it's the only thing that keeps you alive sometimes. But sometimes it is just, would you rather have 3 mana stun an attacking enemy, or 3 mana deal 3 damage to something in the form of get excited, I'm excited, whatever?
the 3 damage is almost always way better because this is a band-aid. And if you have this and Yasuo out, suddenly, you know, things start going up. But Yasuo never gets to live for very long. He's a terrible blocker. He's only a good attacker. Overall, I'm rambling too much, but basically, I don't feel like this deck is worth it. I will be avoiding this going forward. If I'm crazy, honestly, just let me know. It might purely be a lack of skill on my part, but it felt bad. Maybe I'm just haven't adjusted to mid-range. Maybe I'm too used to the aggro and control, but I've been playing a lot of Ashe and Noxus decks with a lot of freeze mechanics, and it just feels like freeze is so much better in so many situations because you're constantly affecting combat with burst speed spells. While this is fast, usually there's 0 burst. It's usually fast, or it's sometimes fast, and it's usually slow because a lot of the good effects, Guile, the ones that are actually like, oh, this is something I really want to have access to, is slow. Stunning 2 things, slow. Stunning 1 thing every turn, you know, is slow. That's basically it. I don't want to ramble and just hate on the deck that much, but this is a public service announcement. I don't recommend trying this deck on ladder. I don't recommend playing this deck much. I would say watch Mega Mogwai's video and see if he can teach you how to play the deck better than I can. But I do have a couple clips. I have a loss that was close and a couple wins, so hopefully you guys liked it. Anyway, next time I hope to bring you a stronger deck. Until next time, peace out.